Where exactly can we locate the hostage? Let's work together to unravel this mystery. Subtitle: They reported the plate to HQ and found its owner, Sang Bio, had an armed robbery record. It's almost certain the hostage is in this house. The two sneaked in through the back door, totally catching the bad guys off guard. Little did they know that the law has a long arm. The rescued girl is safe, and Black Sister got the intel to help Ho Jing catch Shang a prize. A comedy of errors in Chinatown where a supermarket was robbed, but the surprising twist. The thief took only a bag of guac. It was just a regular heist, but his wife died protecting that guac. Looks like money really is a killer. But this case was easy, with the thief snatching guac for cash. Just keep an ear out, and they'll trip themselves up. Soon, the dispatch center sent a lead. A woman won a prize for stolen guac. The two were stunned. The owner said it was a 200-pound man. How could it be a woman? They went to the interrogation room. She said she was a dancer. Subtitles: It's the tip collecting kind. Guac was given by a man, but work demands privacy protection. Ho Jing knew those places usually have hidden cameras, so he reviewed last night's highlights with the woman. Turns out the guac was given by a young black guy, though he didn't quite fit the description. They quickly tracked the suspect. However, the guy knew nothing. Ho Jing and his partner exchanged looks. So be it. So, get ready to be blamed. The kid said a friend found it, asked him to scratch, and gave him some small cash. He kept the $250K prize for himself, where a murder was involved. The kid said he hasn't seen his friend since then. According to rules, such a big prize can't be cashed at the supermarket. To get the money, go to the redemption center in the next city. Soon, a tip-off came from near the station. Subtitle: A suspicious man attempted to cash stolen guac at a supermarket. They rushed to the station using his physical description. Police quickly identified a man, but upon his turning around, they found it was a mistake. The noise drew passengers' attention, and nearby, the fugitive confronted him. Upon sensing trouble, the man bolted. Chaos ensued, and just then, a woman's scream echoed through the station. The fugitive hijacked a baby stroller. The dark muzzle terrified a mother nearby. The man said, "I didn't intend to kill. The supermarket owner's wife snatched my gun. I only stole guac worth about 1,000. How's it come to this? I've been poor all my life. 25K could change everything." But when the officer said the lottery ticket had expired, the man completely lost it, declaring he might as well take down the plane, since dying seemed no different than his current situation. After all that ranting, the officers broke the man's defenses. He dropped his weapon and laid in the ground, ready to embrace the law's judgment. After weathering the storm, the officer thought he was mature enough until he received a ridiculous inheritance of $25 whole, and as a bonus, a car older than him. Even crazier, the car was delivered by his half-brother, who, fun fact, their dad had abandoned them both. Why would their dad mention him right before kicking the bucket? Anyway, he thought, free stuff, cool. But soon he realized his brother will spend 2 days in LA. No cash for dates, but he said, "I won't lose money." He left acting like he belonged. That night, as he and his girlfriend were about to be alone, an engine roared outside. Good brother drove off with their dad's sports car. His girlfriend urged him to call the police, but the officer, frustrated, said, "Aren't I the police?" He quickly located his brother's hotel. Subtitles: His brother said, "I've been nowhere." Obviously, he's lying. "Dissy, were you with Peter all night?" "Yep." "Ever seen him steal a car?" "Oh yeah, I did." "Seems the new girlfriend's not so reliable." Then, the officer privately asked his brother, puzzled, "Why not just give me the car and not drag it here?" The brother replied, "This car means everything to me. Dad and I worked on it for 4 years, and it took another 2 to get it ready. I can't just..." But he had to respect his father's wishes. The officer seemed to understand, and Ying felt heartbroken that her father gave him the car. Really, it was about taking care of his not-so-bright brother. Eventually, the brother pulled out the keys and presented the gift, revealing a tin can from his hotel. With that, he poured half of it over the officer, a toast to their old man, who had been split between the two brothers. They clinked glasses before leaving. "Think that's the end?" "Well." Next night, the officer called his girlfriend. Suddenly, the roar of an engine jolted him again. Looked like that troublesome brother wasn't done with him yet. The officer made a call to his younger brother. As he anticipated hearing such words from his sister-in-law, he generously offered, "If you want it, just take it." The officer was left speechless. This huge inheritance was a total loss. The lady boss just chatted with the detective, and her son was riddled with bullets, losing her only child. Calmly, she closed her son's eyes, then donned some shades and strutted away. Anyone who knew her realized a storm of blood was about to brew. The woman, named Lei Bo, was a big-time boss from out of state. Once, when a gang member slapped her son, she wiped out the entire gang. Now she was in LA to expand her territory. She heard that the big shot Lama was about to kick the bucket, and her son Curly couldn't carry on. She came to negotiate. Surrender all, and your son will live in luxury. Or else none survive. This angered Kelly, leading to an attack on Libo in the hospital parking lot. The side that murdered her son? Well, her storm of revenge was just warming up, as Libo's fury was about to boil over. Soon, a shootout erupted. When the police arrived, they found countless corpses strewn about. Just a glance at the yellow blood of the dead made it clear this was Libo's revenge. But with no evidence, they could do nothing. If this continued, Los Angeles would be turned upside down. To stop this war, Hankey brought the officer to court. They urged him to bow out, admit mistakes, and hand over everything, promising to negotiate with Libo. Yet Curly hadn't grasped the seriousness of the situation.